Today is all about beauty. I have Makeup by Catrina. Catrina is with us. I mean, a celebrity makeup artist, number one. Number two, a great freaking woman, purpose-driven woman, which we all talk about. It is Shylo. Let's get started. Okay, so purpose-driven women, we were just having a side conversation, which we're going to bring into this. Definitely my main focus going into the next year, I would say, is really wrapping my arms around women who are ready to take to the next level. You work with a lot of celebrities, a lot of elite ladies, and you make them, not only are they beautiful, but you bring them to that next level as well, which I love. And I've been watching you since the last time we talked, kind of add some extra things in the regime, things that you're offering. And I love the brunches that you're doing. I know you're having a brunch with an incredible lady soon here. And yeah, let's just talk about it. So for our viewers, our listeners, I know we've done an interview before, but let's reintroduce you a little bit. Where are you from? Give us a little background of Catrina.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Catrina. I'm a celebrity makeup artist of almost 18 years. I don't like to say my age here, as long as that I'm giving away my age, but 18 years experience in this industry. I am from New Jersey, but I travel all over. I deal with a lot of high-profile clients, television, movies, a lot of brides. Like Shylo had just mentioned, I opened up a studio, and now I also specialize in BBL, butt lifting, non-invasive lipo, and all the body contouring trends that are on right now. Amazing. Yes, you need to come see me, Shylo. You're gonna love it.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm into that. And I think the future is the non-invasive. I was having this conversation with somebody else, and I'm all about those procedures. I mean, I come from a botched background, so I have been through the ringer with procedures that all women get. Like, you think, oh, it'll be fine. And you never know the horror stories till you are a horror story. And then you're like, oh my God. And the money, it's the money that these women are pouring in. And I want to say something, and I want to go on this topic today. I want to know your thoughts, because I love that you're doing the non-invasive. I love that you're going down the road of just, people can come in and get incredible results without cutting, the pain, the recovery. But when we look at people, and I always tell people, you need a good lash artist and you need a good makeup artist. And if the makeup artist does lashes, perfect. Because in reality, we're all beautiful, and the makeup is there to enhance, which I love, because you take people's beauty already and you make the enhancements and they can transform. What's happening in society, and this is the part that gets really messy, and why I wanted to talk to you today, is we have this trend that I think is going to go out of unattainable results, and you can't actually look a certain way, and the money that goes into some of these people, and I'll bring up, Kim Kardashian. I'm not going to slam anyone. These people have money. Their life is their body, their looks, and it is a lot of maintenance. It is a lot of money. And when I say a lot of money, I don't just mean $30,000 for a procedure. I mean, you have to maintain these results, your diet. You go in every year. So let's talk about BBLs, Sculptra. Sculptra is something that happens all the time. People have Sculptra injected. And the problem, and there's benefits and there's pros and cons to everything. But Sculptra, for example, you have to go in every year. These girls, and I see a lot of young girls, are getting targeted. Like, they see these influencers and like, I'm going to get a butt lift, I'm going to do Sculptra, and I'm going to do this. Well, okay, but you have to maintain that. And every year you're paying for Sculptra. And sometimes up to $40,000 to $80,000 to get Sculptra.
correct.
And that's a problem. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about your end and why you're passionate and kind of your thoughts around it, because you're around celebrities all the time, so you understand.
So I will tell you, it's a challenge for myself because I have virgin skin, and I've refused all these years. I have nothing against Botox or any fillers or anything like that. All of most 99.9% of my clientele have done thread facelifts, Botox since they're 25, whatever. That's, whatever floats your boat. And I just hate that now it's like, if you don't have anything done to you, you're considered ugly or old. We can't, I'm getting my little lines. We're all going to get lines sometime. But if you got one line hanging out, it's like, oh, ew. And I'm the face of beauty. Everybody comes to me and it's like, I feel pressured. Do I need to do this too? And it sucks that we have to feel like that. So with what I'm doing, makeup, I've always been passionate about because it's not anything permanent. It's just making someone feel great for their special occasion or teaching them how to enhance their features because we're all beautiful in our own way, shape, or form. Makeup isn't to cover or hide or change anything. It's just to enhance the features if done correctly. So that's always going to be my main thing, makeup. And, and I'm thankful for that because I do sometimes overdraw my lip to look like I had my lips done. And then, you know what? I wash it off at the end of the day. And guess what? I don't have to go to the doctor every few months, but I don't have anything against it because God, if we do another interview in a few months, I might have lips out to here. I don't know. But, so, it's whatever makes you feel good. It's a shame there's a lot of pressure as a woman now, to have all of that. And so what I started is I opened up the makeup studio. We do makeup and hair and spray tanning. And then I opened up another studio for the non-invasive stuff. And honestly, it's even busier than makeup. And when I say that, that's crazy because my wait list for makeup on weekends is like 2 years out. The body contouring is even busier. And that's because some people, it doesn't matter if you work out every single day or if you're 100 pounds, maybe there's something you can't achieve without it. So instead of going under the knife and getting a Brazilian butt lift, which is really dangerous too, I've seen a lot of horror stories. People have died from that. I offer the cupping and it is 99% effective. Each person will instantly see a result. It pulls up everything. So if you've lost a lot of weight, if you just had a baby, you just want a perky butt, it's lifting everything up. So everybody, I'm getting great feedback on that. And it makes me feel really good because I'm like, oh my God, I should have went to be a surgeon. Because I'm like, when you see someone's reaction after you do something, so, it could be minimal to me, but life-changing to the client, it is all worth it. And it's amazing.
I know. And I love that. I love what you do because, makeup is such a transformative art. You're an artist. And it's so fun. Like, I was a dental hygienist and I used to love the cosmetic dentistry. So I got into cosmetic dentistry when I was in there and I got to see so many before and afters and transformations, and it changes someone's life. It changes their life. And I know, I love all the things. So I am the person who's done it all, but I'm really going away from fillers. I'm really going away from that unachievable or like not maintainable thing because I don't want to keep doing it. I'm like,
right.
I want my face to look like my face. And so I really got out of this. I got into it for a little bit and I'm like, you know what? No, I don't need filled up cheekbones because they sink down and then all of a sudden you have issues. And then I got a dent over here because somebody didn't do something right. Now I always have a dent. And I'm like, okay, let's just stop doing this stuff. And when it comes to surgical procedures, yes, BBLs are super dangerous, but now we are coming into the stem cell research where stem cells are being used for things. You're not going to have to go under the knife. You're going to be able to rejuvenate without crazy procedures that cost a lot of money, take a ton of time to recover. Emotionally, you go through a roller coaster, okay? Because when you get cut and you have an expectation or you're looking for something and you don't heal right, you're messed up. Yes. Even if someone else doesn't notice it, I'm a scar person. I can't stand scars. Like I don't mind other people's scars. I freak out and I scar. I have a tendency to scar worse than normal, but I also have that Nordic skin. So my scars are purple for a long time and they stay really red and they don't go away like some women. It's like they instantly have a line. It's like, you have a tiny scar. And so there are things now, the radio frequency, the cupping, this body contouring, and it's really the future. And I think these influencers, going back to kind of the Kardashians and kind of this unattainable thing, unless you are a billionaire, to be honest, like very high multimillionaire billionaire, these women are going broke. Right. Like this. And it's also dangerous. It's also not healthy. And we're creating this, I have to look like this or I'm ugly.
Correct.
I tell you, that is not, oh my God, it is not true. And I'm starting to finally heal this version of me. And I know you see this with women when they come in and they're emotional and they're trying to look a certain way. And it's like, but don't you see it? I have a dent right here. I'm like, it's never gonna go away. I've Botoxed it a million times. Guess what? It's just me.
Okay. So I love this whole topic because I say this to my team too at my studio all the time. I'm like, oh my God, are they going to stop coming to me? And she's like, no, goofball, you're amazing. I'm like, I know, but I have wrinkles now. And I'm like, should I go get these wrinkles taken away? We should never feel like that, here. And you know what I think? It not only the Kardashians kind of set this standard high for us, because that's all they do. They live to get their beauty treatments and fabulous life. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, they do. I'm not even knocking it. It's just that nobody can do that.
No, as a mother, I have an 8 and 4-year-old. They have a nanny. They have someone in the middle of the night when they have a newborn. They have their personal trainer come. They have their chef cook their meals. They have this, they have that. The most of us don't have all of that. And it's like, it's a little bit stressful because you're dealing with your children, or maybe your kids are sick. And then it's just a lot of expectations as a woman. And I cannot stand it. But I will tell you another thing is I really believe that Instagram filters have been the blame, because I am obsessed with like a couple of the filters that when I go on my lives and talk to people and I'm like, oh my God, it just lifted up my under eye bag. And I'm like, oh, I like that. I'm like, oh, I need to look like this in real life. And then I catch myself like making a doctor appointment that I cancel it because I'm like, no, I don't care. I don't care about my under eye bag. I'm a hard worker. I really think it's from filters, to be honest, because we're so smooth out our skin. And then when we don't have that filter on and you look back at a real picture of yourself, you're like, holy shit, what happened?
Oh, it happens all the time when your memories come up and either you looked really good because you were using a filter, or you have a real picture and you're like, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, and you start picking yourself apart. So that brings me to kind of the deeper purpose of this is it brings up these traumas and these old wounds, like whether it be, like we talk about hair a lot and, your hairstyle when something bad happened, or how you looked during a moment in time where maybe it was a really bad time. You went through trauma, you got PTSD. And so you always go back to, that's how I wore my makeup then. It sounds so crazy, or that's how my body looked then. So then you want to rapidly change it, right? And we want to fix. So we go into fixing mode, which can cause more problems. Like for me, I went through this a couple years ago and I'm like, I got to fix my breasts because I had bad scarring, and I was like panicking about it, and it was causing me to spiral. Because somebody botched me, and then I was trying to fix it so quick that I'm like, I don't care, just fix it. And it just kept happening because they weren't doing it right. And I needed to slow down and I had to go to a Mayo Clinic doc to actually say, no. You have to do it differently or it's not going to work. Like you have to have a lift. And I never wanted those scars, but I was so scarred that I ended up with scars. You know what I mean? I'm like,
right.
Why? Because I couldn't, I was seeking this look that I should have just let go because I had I looked beautiful and something in me, because I was trying to please others and I was trying to be this version of myself. Like if I just look better, maybe that will help me. If I just look a certain way, maybe I'll be more successful, or maybe this person will love me more. It was wild, but I went on that road, and I know that you see that in your profession
all the time.
And I know that you've experienced it. So let's talk about some of the trauma and what you see, but I cannot tell you, we'll go on to the end of this in a minute, but let's talk about that because I know you experience it a lot with these women.
Almost 1 in every 3, say something like that. And it's heartbreaking. It really is. But we all can relate to something, and it's just, I don't get it. I'm like, at one point in time, big butts were not a thing, and big the butt, the better you are. And it's, that's why they're coming to me for butt cupping or whatever, or small lips were good. And now it's bushy eyebrows are in. And it's like, we're never going to be okay with how we are because we always have this, the next best model. And if the Kardashians bleached their hair white, we all have to have white hair. It's horrible, and I see so many people, and I have a really good client of mine. I won't say any names or anything, but she is one of the prettiest women I have ever seen. Okay. And I will call her up and like ask her if she'll be a model for like one of my looks. And I'll scope people out. Like when I'm doing your makeup, I'm like, ooh, I would like to do this look in the future. And when I do her makeup, she's just beating herself up the whole time. And she's like, oh, I'm just so ugly. I don't like how this looks. And I'm like, oh my God, I wish I looked like that. Like,
Right.
and I'm okay. And then I'll do her makeup and she's literally almost crying, like, oh my God, I feel so amazing. And it's like, it's sad to see, but that's what I love most about how I can change someone's thought process. Like we don't need surgery. We don't need anything else. A smile. I think it's Marilyn Monroe's quote about a smile is the best thing a woman can wear. Like, I don't know if I even said it right because I love Marilyn Monroe, but it's true. Like it's all starting inside. How you feel is, that's how everybody else is going to see you. If you're thinking like, oh, I'm fat, oh, I'm ugly, but people pick up on that. And I'm just like, that's what I work on when I'm with my client. I'm talking to them in the chair, I'm hyping them up, and I'm like, oh my God, girlfriend, your lashes are amazing. You don't need this, you don't need that. And it's just sad. It's horrible. We have a lot of crap. It's just as a woman, it's really difficult.
Well, social media has changed the game. It made it way worse. So again, there's pros and cons to everything. But when you get to see somebody, and this has been my favorite thing, and also for me, I know it's helped. So I love tattoos as well, and I talk about that. So I recently did a full stomach tattoo, which was crazy, and I can't believe I did it, but I did it, and I was like, you know what, F it, I'm gonna do it. But I had a really rough scar. It wasn't bad, but for me, I kept seeing it, and it was not bad. Even my tattoo guy's like, I don't even notice it.
Okay.
And I had stretch marks, but I'm like, you know what? Instead of me doing procedure after procedure and feeling frustrated, I'm like, I want you to decorate me and make it look gorgeous. And we did a full stomach, and it was a lot. And sometimes I look at it, I'm like, should I have done that? And not because I don't regret it, but I'm like, should I have done that? Like, absolutely, I should have done it. This makes me feel so strong. This makes me put on a swimsuit without ever thinking again about what that looks like. I just know it's good. And it's right. Like that. But the minute he covered it up, and I'm talking the minute, like we were still doing a bunch, I had tears rolling down my face. I'm like, fixed. 10 years. 10 years.
See? Because that's and the average person will look at you and be like, oh my God, I wish I had her body.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It's what we notice. And so it was just a way to heal that without doing, someone would say it's extreme to do a tattoo, but I could have went and got more surgery. Why? Right. There was no need. It was just something that bothered me. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to create more scarring. I'm not going to go through more lasering and all this stuff. I'm over it. I want to be done. And so I chose that route. But I love the body contouring phase, I'm telling you, is coming. And I really want to start doing we're going to be doing, and it's like a dirty word, the mastermind retreat. But I'm moving to Cyprus. I'm going to the Mediterranean. I'm going to be doing some investing and some real estate, but also I still have my team. I'm still doing a lot of things out there. And one of the things I really want to incorporate is the beauty end of it and creating, because we have the purpose-driven women, and we want to bring them out there and spoil them, but also give them the deep healing. Going into the loops, the things that are causing this. It's not your looks. What is causing you to obsess about a stupid dent in your face? What's causing it? Why are you upset about your hair and your eyelashes? And what's really going on, the deeper issue? Right. I really want to take these women to the next level. And so I think, having artists like you coming out and people who are willing to teach women as well, because you do offer teaching as well. This is how you can enhance this. Show them, you don't like your eye bags? Because I have that issue too a little bit. It's like, let's show me how to cover that up so I don't notice it and just quick. Makeup is amazing. It's amazing. And ladies, you are beautiful. And showing people you don't even need it. Right. Beautiful. And I think that's important. So, oh my gosh, you have so much going on. Let's wrap up and talk about you and what is your next adventure. So you have 2 studios, makeup, body contouring, which I already know is exploding. When I see these butt pictures, ladies, I love the butt pictures. I don't even care. I'm like, I need to get this done. I have a dent. I have one little dent. I know I can come back. I'll come back and I have one little dent in my butt from scar tissue, and I know that it'll pull it
I'll pull it right out.
I know it'll pull it right out. So I'm like, I got to get there. But I love it. I love the transformation. So what's next on the agenda for you? What's in your next year? I would say 6 to 9 months, maybe a year. What's going on?
So a lot is happening. Where do I begin? So I have a lot of celebrity stuff coming up. I have the brunch with Renee for Mob Wives. So she's coming to the studio. We're going to do like a Botox fill, even though I just said I don't want it, but all my clients like it. So what, like I said, what makes you happy, you do, you have the option to get the filler Botox. I'm doing a makeup lesson. And we're going to have mimosas. It's going to be just like a really nice chill day. I have like the boutique stuff now, like the area you could shop. So it's going to be like shopping and just a nice fun afternoon. I have that coming up. I have a lot of other televised things coming up too that I can't yet talk about, but
That's so cool.
Exciting. And, yeah, we'll see. There's a lot. So keep your eyes open.
Well, if people want to find you, Instagram is the best way because you have done, so before we go, I just want to get a little background so people really know who, like you've done some incredible work, movies, you've been a part of like the makeup. So, you have so much experience, really quick, sum it up. If you could say like, here's my resume, boom, 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 boom. What would be your highlights that you'd want to tell people? Because I could brag about you all day with what you do. And I want everybody to hear it so they can find you and even book you like some of these bigger clients that watch this.
Yeah.
That need you for things.
So basically over the past 18 years, I'm a certified educator. So I also have taught at different beauty schools. I certify aspiring makeup artists. I do celebrity work. I've done work for True Blood, Inside. I do all their celebrity interviews. Housewives of New Jersey, Mob Wives, Jersey Licious, Jersey Shore, all the reality celebs, actors. Oh my God, I could keep on going. Honestly, I've done Fashion Week, and I'm out in the middle of a yacht at sea doing pictures, and my resume it just overflows. But I love what I do, so it doesn't feel like it's work, and I literally could do it every day, all day. Like I just love making people feel good, and the creative aspect of it, like with photography and stuff like that. I always have a vision, and I'll be at a farm doing, makeup at a farm, and and that, like, it's just, I just love it. I love it. I swear I'm all about astrology. So it's the Pisces side of me. I'm an artist. So
I'm Pisces as well.
You are?
Yes, I am. I'm a Pisces, and I love photography as well. Like I love the creative part of the photo shoot. So I love being able to consult with the makeup artist. I love being able to pick out in style. So if I could be on a set, like I think one of my things would be, I would love to style the person. Like I offer that I've offered it to some of my friends where I'm like, they're like, I need a photo shoot. Like, let me style you. Like, let me help you create this look.
Oh, your shoots are so good. I'm like,
they're so fun. They're so fun. But I would love to do one with you. We got to plan one. So
we are. But what is your birthday?
February 27th.
Okay. All right. So on March 13th, but still Pisces represent.
I know. Yeah. I love that. I love the fish are in the house. Like, I think it's so fun. And we're we have a lot of creative things. Like, so that stuff in beauty I'm all about beauty. Like I had to make what are your values? And we talk about self and what do we have in the self? And I'm like, beauty is one of my values. Like if it's, either external beauty, but making things beautiful, having flowers in my house, like everything revolves around making it pretty and helping others feel pretty. And I love decorating and I love, all these things. And I'm like, it's really about beauty for me. Like I love the beauty aspect. And I would love to open up a med spa for all non-invasive, like very minimal. Yeah. And just do that for women because I know how good I feel and I love and offer it that's reasonable so people can come in and actually afford it, not just the top of the top. Like, doing what you do is really, really cool. And that's why I'm so glad we got you on again because like you transform people. Even makeup, number one, is huge. And then you add that body contouring. It's like you watch people just walk out feeling like a totally different person.
They do. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I wish I wasn't good at it because you can't get in with me. It's like, before it was like weekends definitely for makeup because we're not all going to events Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm like, okay, I would have a little extra downtime. But now Monday through Thursday, body contouring, I have a wait list because they see the way the ups and the thing, like I'm giving you results. So there's nothing better than the feeling of, how I'm seeing the client when they're done or, and the client is loving it. So it's great. I love where
incredible.
going. And I think, like you said, the non-invasive stuff is what is in, it's trending, and I don't think it's going anywhere because I do suction cups and going under the knife, having an infection, maybe dying, spending 10,000 when I can just go in for a quick fix and it makes me feel just as good.
And it's instant. I mean, it's instant what you're doing. And there's so many things like that. Like, technology is just rapidly advancing in these areas, and like stem cells, like I said, but it is the future, and you're definitely making women feel their best. And it's so, and another thing is, I want to say to everybody listening, watching, all these people you see, there is a filter. They've got makeup teams. They've got great people behind them. And that's awesome. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, I love doing it too. But at the same time, remember that and know that you don't have to do these extreme things to achieve results. You can maybe learn a makeup technique, or you can go to a non-invasive med spa, or like someone like you as well, and get the cupping and doing that. BBL is one of the highest rates of death for plastic surgery, number one. Number two, the highest death rate, I believe, is sepsis in the world, and created by surgeries. So it's not awesome to always go under the knife. It is not awesome to keep maintaining and doing those things. Your body will start rejecting. And guess what, ladies? Liposuction, like actual lipo, not the what you're doing, your body rejects that over time, and you start to have spots. And then you're gaining weight in areas you'd never gain weight in. And now you look weird because you have a bulge in an area that makes no sense, because liposuction is so rough. It's so rough. And I always tell people you have to be so careful with it. It's painful, and the results can be very, very ugly. They can be damaging.
Clients where it's like they go in for something so simple and now they're spending years trying to fix it. I've seen people die going in for a procedure. I've seen all types of things, and it's like, I wouldn't do it. Like I couldn't. Like I wouldn't do it, because you're always going to update that. Even breast implants, they have to get changed every 10 years. So it's like, I don't have to constantly do that. And I've seen an instance where people can afford it now. A decade from now, they can't afford that replacement, and they're leaking, and they're sick from it. But I would never want to go through that.
Mm-hmm. And I've been on that end, and I've been botched, and I've spent years fixing, and it's like, now I'm just like, please, let's just no more. Like, let's calm it.
You don't need it, gorgeous.
No, we don't need it. And the thing is it, and most women down the line, and I hear a lot of celebrities, a lot of big influencers are like, I wish I wouldn't have done it.
Yes.
So with the pressure they felt like if they didn't have this look or whatever, they wouldn't get the job. They wouldn't be accepted. It's like, that's where we have to stop. And as women, we have to stop doing that to each other. We have to stop doing it. We have to be like, you're beautiful. You got gray hair, rock it. You got wrinkles, effing rock it. Like, seriously, got big lips, small lips. I laugh. You got a big dent, and like, fuck it. That's what makes you you. Because honestly, that is what makes you you. Like, people don't notice it like you do. It's like, you need to embrace that. And I have to heal this every day. I'm not sitting here saying, I'm healed and cured. This is something I do every day. I have to remind myself. And I have good days and bad with it. Because I feel the pressure, and I'm not even a celebrity. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, if I'm getting pressure.
I will tell you, I'm not going to lie, because I'm brutally honest. I'll feel great, and I'm like, I'm almost 40. That will, but I'm going to have some.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm with a celebrity client, and I'm in the spotlight, or I'm doing a pay-per-view thing, and I'm like, oh my God, everything is perfect from head to toe. And I'm like, okay, I need all this, that. It just happened in March, when I was with it was a whole week filled of celebrity clients, and they all have their veneers and I love the veneers. I'm not talking anything about that. I love that, but I'm too chicken to get some of the things done. But it's like a battle. It's like, yeah, you need this. And it's like, oh my God, I got to go plump my head, get the eyes done. And they're like, what are you doing? Who cares? You're good at what you do. Why are you not like, are you not going to book me because I have frown lines? It's like,
no. And that's the thing, is we got to stop falling for pressure. We're creating a lot of it, because we're seeing it, we're creating it. So we have to stop the pressure. We just have to support. We have to support more of the women. And I'll be honest, you know what my favorite things on Instagram are? when they show the actual scars, when they show the actual photos of these people outside of their professional crews, when that photo sneaks out, I'm like, honestly, I'm not putting them down. I'm so damn grateful that they look fucking normal.
Correct.
I'm like, you do look normal. Thank you, God. I can take a breath because you know, when you have expectations, I'm single again. So, and I'm in this weird world where
Good for you.
I know I'm not dating. Well, obviously I'm divorced. I've been single for now a while, and I did not go into the dating scene, but I do get the messages from people, and you know, it's funny, in these young boys, it's so funny, the young guys, they always love you. Oh, mama, you know, it's like, oh yeah, really cute. Don't call me mom. I'm not your mom. Anyways, they joke around, but there's a lot of young guys, and I'm like, I'm going to disappoint them. Like, I'm not going to see them, but I'm like, baby, you'll be disappointed. I'm 41. I've got 3 kids, and guys don't give a shit, but I always compare them, like, do they think I look like, what do they think? Like, is there an expectation? You get nervous because everyone's on social media, and then you're like, but what do they expect? Because all the photos they see are flawless. I feel bad for women because they don't know how perfect they are. Even with their flaws, like they're thinking, I got to look 100% perfect or no one's going to want me.
Correct. Yeah. Horrible. Is that not horrible?
It is horrible.
I'm like, what the hell? And you're right. And then people, you know, we're putting our filters on our pictures, or we're, you know, maybe changing it to black and white, whatever. And then you're like, oh my God, when they see me in person, I look so ugly, or this or that. It's like, that's so stupid. We got to stop that.
It is. But we, you know, and a message for men is know that everything's filtered and understand that there's no such thing as a perfect woman. And if you're looking for that, good luck, because there's going to be there. I mean, yeah, there's women who can look really damn good. And I love that. I love women's bodies. I love women. But it's like, we can't set these, and my kids stand, yeah, you can have it. My son's, no, don't, because we're going to go eat. My son is 13, and I want him to understand what you're seeing is not reality. And you have to know that as you grow up, that he's coming into a world that's all filters, and you see women as who they are, and they're beautiful without all that, but you can't put expectations on these kids and be like, well, look at what you need to look like. That's why they're having major surgeries at 18, 19. Like, girls are getting BBLs, and I mean major surgeries, and I'm like, you're 19, like, you just go run for a week. I mean, I wish I'm at 18 again. I'd be like, I'll lose 10 pounds tomorrow because I thought about it. You know, not when you're in your 40s, but when you're like 19, you can.
Or before kids, maybe. Yeah. But it's these women on the Instagram, and they look amazing, but it's like, who wants to go through all of that?
But then if you look at the photos, I love these photos too, where they're like Instagram pictures side by side. This pose in this light, they show it, they're perfect. They show a second pose, different lighting, totally different story. Their belly's out, they've got stretch marks, and they're not putting it down. They're saying it's an angle, it's a filter, and it's how I stood.
So and when I take photos, you know, obviously our job is to showcase our work, and we need professional lighting. We need the good angles. That does add to it. You know, when I do a bride's makeup, she literally looks like she's fake. Like yesterday, I just put up a photo when she's turned to the side, and it's just that highlight pop, but in the nice lights I bring. Usually I have a ring light going on. I handheld light that I put over the phone when I'm taking a photo. You put it in portrait mode. All those, you know, mixtures make for the perfect photo. It's not just, like right now I'm in the dark kind. I don't even have any lighting on. And it's like, if you put a light in front of you, oh my God, and the angles when you're putting your head.
Oh yeah, you can make it look just insane.
Yeah.
Like crazy. You can also make it look ghastly. I mean, you could go underlighting and overlighting, and it can look really shitty. But I mean, yeah, and it's just real life. Like, it's just real life. And this is a message for myself today. I have to remind myself of this too, because I put pressure on myself. It's fake pressure. I'm like, no one's pressuring me. But it's like, when you constantly see this all the time, you start to think that that's what you have to be. And it's like, no. And so I do love that you're all about you know, the enhancement and not the, you got to change this and you got to change that. But again, I mean, we love beauty and I love beauty, but there's so much beauty in natural. Like there's a natural trend that I feel is coming back where not a trend of like look hideous, like try to look bad, but it's a trend of loving your features and just embracing them and showcasing them. And that's what it's all about.
I hope so. Because if not, we're all going to look the same in a few more years. We're all going to have the same lips and the same forehead and the same pool and the same thread and then the same boobs and the same BBL butt. And,
and that's all on.
The same teeth. Like, but we all do have to just, you know, remember, like, who are we really doing all this stuff for? Instagram or what?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't either. Well, our imperfections make us perfect.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate you. Makeup by Catrina on Instagram. You are incredible. I love you. I can't wait to see you. I will try to make a trip out. I got to get through this move and then stay connected. But for all of our listeners and viewers, they can go find you there and just check you out. I mean, and if you're interested in working with her, please message her because she is just an incredible person. You're an incredible human. So excited to collaborate more. And thank you for hopping on last minute. This has been a crazy week for me, and I know you had kind of a busy week too. So
I mean, hello, I look crazy.
Oh my God, I got a huge zit here, and I have a huge zit here. I was laughing. I'm like, seriously, right before I leave, I'm like breaking out. I'm like, it's real. That bit.
We're there in the beautiful weather, the turquoise water. I'm sure that blouse is gonna go.
It's gonna go away. I'm not even worried about it. Like, I can't stress about that right now. Too much to do. But I love and appreciate you. This has been another incredible episode. I'm Shylo. Thanks for hopping on. We'll catch you on the next one.